right? How many people got lynched? Like how many people got their manhood cut off? Like you have to see it on that angle. Like how many people suffered, why their mother, why their kids get raped by by a white guy. Like how many people suffered? Like this a one person we talking about, Chad. Like you're comparing like one person to thousands of people that suffered during the racism period. Like, today's video, we're gonna be reacting to Antonio talks, right? Yeah, Antonio talks. Did slaves suffer more than Jesus? What do y'all think? Did slaves suffer more than Jesus? Like, it's like I don't know how to do this. I've been seeing this on my For You page, right? There was a guy that said that, and there was a lot of arguments on that. But I don't know, cause the slaves suffer like a long time, like for 400 years or something like that. So I don't know, but let's see what he got to say. Let's see what he got to say.
So in the past few days, TikTok has been absolutely divided because of the opinions from this one video. Slaves suffered more than
this is the guy that I saw too.
So as a Christian, specifically a black Christian, how does that video make you feel? Do you agree with it? Do you disagree? Do you get angry? Do you contemplate and think about it? Now, before we dive into it, I want to say this here. If you are a Christian, I don't mean to offend you by anything in this video. You just got to understand that as a young black man living in America and learning my history, slavery was, our ancestors survived a genocide. So I get passionate when I talk about it. And Christianity was a big part on why, you feel me, we was in that shit. So I want to say this right here, man. If you want to click off this video now, I absolutely agree. It's still all love. Now that I have this disclaimer, let me get into it. For one, a lot of people will say, well, why are you comparing the two? I think it's actually great that we are comparing the two because it brings out the hypocrisy, right? What Jesus went through and what the slaves went through are both horrible things. But with Jesus, I feel like it's debatable, right? Some people say he's not a real person. Some people say he is a real person, yada, yada. You know, there's so much conflicted ideology around it. But slavery, on the other hand, we know that shit happened. So it's like you got black people here worshiping a man that died for their sins, but you turn around, we have literal ancestors that we are literally connected with that we demonize. Like I told this story before, but my mom's dad, right? He was born in 1890 in Georgia. 1890. So that means that his parents, or most definitely his grandparents, were in slavery. I am connected to slavery. Like that's what, 2-3 generations. That is crazy to me, and that is for a lot of people watching my videos. Like we are so close to this shit. So when I hear about the stories of what these slaves went through, I'm like, damn, that's my, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel that shit. But they'll say that we shouldn't worship our, you know, black ancestors because it's devilish or it'll get you sent to hell. But these white folks, they worship their people. They name streets after them. They put their people onto.
And it's not about just that. Like it's history. Like history makes us who we are today. You know, the past makes us who we are today, and you gotta learn, get yourself educated about the past. Like, and that's funny. Like
the coins onto
people
dollar bill. They absolutely worship when
slavery is brought up.
But black people, we scared to do that, and they literally died and fought for the freedoms that we have today. Even the same way, like they'll demonize African religions, you know, voodoo, hoodoo, but turn around and worship these Greek gods. You know, we all know who Zeus is. We all know this and that. But when it comes to our own religions, it's bad. Even the way they treat black magic, like it's everything that's black is a negative connotation. I don't see how nobody realizes it, bro. Now we're gonna check out some videos of people disagreeing with me, and
and that's the thing that I don't understand, right? Everything negative, like everything negative in this world, as he said, like black magic or something, voodoo, or so those type of like ancestral religions that has been here for thousands of years, like before even Christianity. There's a lot of religions in Africa, especially in Africa, that has been here before Christ, before even Christianity, before Islamism, before all of those things, right? And this is what I don't understand. Like, why do all negative things have to be linked with blackism, or like, as you said, black magic, or anything that's black? It's considered to be negative. Like, I don't get that. Why is my thing lagging,
bro? Now we're gonna check out some videos of people disagreeing with me, and I'm gonna try to check them as much as I can, right? So yeah.
They nailed my mans to a cross with nails. They put a thorned crown on my man's head. They made him carry a 300-pound cross. A 300-pound cross. Not for a mile, not for 2. They made my man walk. Whipped him while he's carrying the cross. Whipped him.
And this is what I don't get. Okay, if we are arguing just to argue, right? Like we're not getting into religious things or this is a religious topic, but just to argue, that was a one person, like that was a one guy. Like you have to see it on perspective of how many people suffered in like when they were slaves. Like there's a lot of people that suffered because of this, but this
Oh, yeah.
just one guy, this just one
Bro,
person.
I'm not trying to sound inconsiderate to Christians, but
And I don't mean to offend all your
didn't Jesus
Christians.
whatever get crucified for 3 days? My ancestors would endure this shit for their entire life. The average lifespan was what,
This
like
is what
40
I'm
years on a
saying.
slave. So 40 years, whatever. It might have been longer. Pretty sure it was longer, right? 40, 50, 60 years plus other things, right? Did y'all know most slaves only got like 3 to 4 hours of sleep? I mean, they were living on hell
Imagine,
on
bro.
fucking earth. And it's documented. We have literal proof of this. But this just shows you how truly brainwashed a lot of our brothers are. And I'm not mad at him, man. It's just sad that he don't know his history.
They cry while his head is bleeding from the crown cross, from the crown thorn. And you gonna sit up here, you gonna tell me, oh no, slaves had it worse. Oh no, slaves had it worse. What?
Yes, nigga.
Yeah, gang, they did.
Why are we even comparing? But even if we were to compare, the slaves didn't. No one on this earth has suffered more than Jesus. No one has. I don't care what you went through.
Did y'all know in the Jamaican plantations, there were sugar fields, so they was mining, sugar and stuff. A punishment for the slaves, and this is documented, I'm going to put a picture up on the screen. A punishment for some of those slaves were getting put into boiling sugar. The factories were actually nonstop.
Imagine.
Like you had to work 24-hour shifts until you basically died, right? And it's just like, man, my people were... Another thing, y'all. So there was this doctor who was labeled as the father of gynecology. He had discovered all this groundbreaking information about the woman's body, and he did this off of the backs of black women. Experimented on different black slaves. I mean, cutting on them without anesthesia, digging inside of them. Do you guys know the horrors that these women went through? I mean,
I'm worried that this video will get me banned. You will never hear this name in schools. Not because it's a secret, but because it is too horrific to teach. Thomas Thistlewood wasn't a king or a general. He was a British slave owner in Jamaica in the 18th century. And for 37
And this is
years...
what boils my blood, right? Most of the descendants of the slave owners right now, most of them are like wealthy, like real wealthy, bro. Like most of them are, I doubt like they are a couple of billionaires that have a slave owner ancestry. Like I swear to God, because like they profited off the black people's back. They profited like a lot of money was made, bro, on the slavery when slavery was a normal thing. Like they made a lot of money, like, and slavery didn't stop because like there was like because of Lincoln, like because of Abraham Lincoln, or because of the coalition, the Civil War. No, slavery ended because of machinery, bro. Slavery ended when machinery starts working, like everything, like a normal human labor, like a labor change didn't matter when like a machine or some machine can do the same thing that you do, like especially like perfected the like a machine can do it perfectly. So why did they need to host like all of these people? Like that's how slavery ended. That's what I think. That's what I think. Slavery ended because of the modernization of humans and the modernization of machinery. Like machinery ended slavery. That's what I think.
owner in Jamaica in the 18th century. And for 37 years, he wrote everything down. Every
What do you
rape,
think, Chad?
every torture, every mutilation in detail. His diary is one of the most disturbing documents in British history. Thistlewood started as an overseer, a middleman of brutality. He later bought his own land, enslaved dozens of people, and never returned to England. But what makes Thistlewood different isn't what he did, it's that he wrote it all down. In his diary,
and just imagine the things that weren't written down, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
imagine.
man, my people went through fucking
Thistlewood recorded 3,000.
And you're talking about this one guy, the one mythical guy.
It wasn't hidden. It wasn't
that
ashamed.
suffered like
It
a
was
day of
documented.
torture.
On
Come on,
January
bro.
26, 1752, he wrote, "Gave Pibea a good cut whipped, then gave her a good dose of salts." Pibea was an enslaved concubine. She had no way to refuse. Their so-called relationship is cited by some historians, but it is rape over decades. And then there were the punishments. On May 26, 1756, he wrote, Darby catched eating canes, had him well flogged and pickled, then made Hector shit in his mouth. He called it...
Like, imagine that, bro. Like,
My
imagine
goodness,
that.
Man, y'all don't. This is what
Like,
I mean,
white
bro.
people are the most evil. Like, this is what I say. Like, most white racist white people say, like, black people are uncivilized. They're accused low. But, bro, white people are the most evil. Like, the most evilish. Like, I'm not saying all white people, but the racist ones. They are so evil, bro. They are so diabolical. Like, why would you do that? Like, what? Like, I don't. Come on. I don't get this type of thing.
Man, y'all don't. This is what I mean, bro. Just learning shit like this it makes you be like, damn, we went through all this shit with no type of forgiveness. The man said he whipped him, flogged him, then made another slave. Bro, that is fucking
Imagine
sadistic,
that,
bro. And y'all wonder why we wasn't surprised about these Epstein files, nigga. Everything they was doing on the
If you're hearing some
did to
sound,
our
that's my
people.
PC
What the
crying.
fuck?
Darby's dose, and afterwards he had the man gagged for hours. This wasn't instances of rage, this was just policy. He had salt rubbed into people's wounds, he had ears nailed to post, and he burnt people.
Ears nailed to posts. But what we just seen about the dude talking about the man, bro, like, it's no debate, bro, at all, bro.
No,
I'm sorry
no
to keep pausing,
debate.
but man, I'm gonna just let the shit play out, because I
with hot wax. And all of this was to maintain control over people harvesting sugar for British profits. Thistlewood
And
was
this is what
never
I don't
punished.
understand,
He was never
right?
shamed.
Bro, there wasn't no one guy, like there wasn't one slave that could have killed him. Like, for real, like, I'd rather die. I'd rather kill him and die, bro, than to go through all of this misery. Like, I would kill him and die, bro. Like, come on, gang, come on. The sound is lagging. I don't know why it's lagging.
For British profits. Thistlewood was never punished. He was never shamed. He was considered successful. He died in 1786, wealthy, respected, and positively spoken about by other plantation owners. But historians like Vincent Brown and Trevor Bernard warn us. What Thistlewood did, the system allowed and encouraged and required. And the horror really isn't that he existed, it's that he thrived.
Another history lesson. You see that hole, that tiny hole up there? They used to drop down food while there was 1,000 men in this room and have them fight to the death for just a little bit of food, because they would starve them for days, making these men turn against each other and just become savages.
That's the same thing that they doing right now in Africa. Like,
where
just thinking about it, y'all. That is how they are.
when I say that, it's not
they
about
seen it,
the
bro.
food. Like, turning each other, turning people each other, turning other regimes with other regimes. That's the same thing that the CIA and the FBI or whatever institution of the high-powered white people does, bro. They turn each other. It's the oldest tactic in the book: divide and conquer, bro. That's what they do. That's what they do. Especially with like, if you pay close attention, especially with Africans and the Black Americans, there's a lot of division between Africans and Black Americans. What do you think that is, Chad? What do you think that is? The same motto, like divide and conquer. Divide and conquer.
Put these people against each other. Already, little small tactics like that. Dropping down food when everybody's starving. You know it's gonna be chaos. The same way that's the same way I look at these hoods, bro. Everybody wants some money. Everybody trying to eat. Drop drugs in there. A couple of them gonna take it, trying to make some money and better themselves. Obviously, they're just trying. You know what I'm saying? That's human nature. Fuck up everybody else. Kill some in a way. Like, bro, this division shit has always been playing, putting us against each other. The light, the dark, the old, the young, woman versus man. Now we see it now with the damn diaspora wars and shit, bro. Like, these folks is so smart and
That's
strategic
what
in
I
what they do
said.
now. I just be telling y'all to pay attention, dog. Truly pay attention.
A rebellious female would be held. So she would be attached to that ball by chain all day with no food, no water, under the sun, rain, it didn't matter. She would be there until she was weak. The governor would come on this balcony and look down at her once she was weak and ask somebody to bring her up so he could SA her from this balcony. This was thousands of women. And like, as you could see, can you imagine being chained here?
Imagine.
Naked all day, and all these men are just walking around able to do whatever they want to you. When a female would get pregnant, they would keep them in the dungeon until they had the kid, and then they would take the kid up and they would raise the kid a little better because the kid would be lighter. They would teach them how to read.
The same thing that
but
they
you
do
still
between
weren't free. You
black,
still were under
like dark
them. You
skins
just
and light skin
you weren't
niggas.
in the dungeon, basically. So this is kind of where the whole light skin privilege originated.
Yeah.
And that's how it came all the way to where we are today, and we still have this issue. This is the actual female dungeon. This is where they ate, slept, used the bathroom, had periods, gave birth, all of that in here. And as many women in here as the men's side were, but there were a lot of women that had to come through here. And they were just basically like playthings for the governors until they were ready to be shipped out. Now this leads to the door of no return. And that sounds so crazy and scary, but it's true. Once you went down that hallway, you were getting on a ship and being sold off to whatever country you ended up at. And they have a little memorial here for them.
Listen, bro, I can show y'all so much things about slavery, and I could tell y'all a lot of these things, but I think it's best that y'all do y'all own research. Just look into it, bro. Look into, type in, go on. You could go on TikTok, YouTube, and you will learn all type of crazy shit. But I want to end it off right here because this will show you just proof, right? Because they say that we're lying when we bring up things like, oh yeah, we were 8. They used our hair as this. They used our skin as this. This stuff is true. Let's look at this video. This is a chair that was passed down in her family. And I want you to pay attention to the hair. Man, let's look at this shit, bro. Look at this shit.
So I decided to take this chair apart and redo it. Well, I knew it was old, but I didn't know how old it was until I got in, realized it had been put together with twine, burlap, and this. But then I noticed this black stuff that was...
Y'all see that hair? That's coarse, kinky hair. That's our hair. And it was inside of the chair.
This is a
So
white girl talking about this.
It may sound crazy. Yeah, it sounds crazy. But nigga, we done went through some fucking...
Just as padding. Can we please...
Look at that. That is nigga hair.
It's human hair. Human hair and cotton.
But that's it for this video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a tough
And
one. I
y'all
know
saying
it
that
was, man,
Jesus
but,
suffered
y'all
more
wanna see
than
something
a
for this,
slave. Like,
go check
what
out
the
this
hell
video
y'all
player.
talking
It's going through a
about? Like,
religious psychosis.
y'all getting me mad, bro. And that was for the video. Peace out until we get to the next reaction video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all follow me on kick.com. We're going to be live every single day. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Peace.